Hello everyone, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. I hope that you haven't been driven away from the series by the last episode, and I hope that it at least helped in some fashion to help with understanding things. But this episode is not going to be an episode about that. Now we're going to continue living life as we do. Because that's another part of this. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, she's here early! Of course. I don't mind the sweater either. That's a pretty neat sweater. Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that, for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decide to ignore that. Anyways, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. Hey, it's actually a neat room. And what are you doing? There's so many books on this shelf. There's so many books. So many books. What do you mean you didn't read? Probably because you were spending all the time on this or this. Not that I can say any better. I've got a bookshelf full of books in my room that I should probably read more, but instead I'm here, talking to you folks, and I have to say, not half bad. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious, because she's secretly judging all of my stuff. It's so clean. Woo! Not my room. Mine's the same garbage pile that it usually is, but, you know, maybe I should clean it up more. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ahaha! I cleaned it before you came over, so haha! See? That's very considerate of you to do. No. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. It's currently filled with, stuff. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if she's making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh wow, I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I mean, the way to get people to show up at your event, free food. And even if they don't show up, you have food. And that's great. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. She says, taking a deep breath. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's that wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. It makes the room smell nice. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not very much, because I don't put much stock in it. I do know that some of it can be used to just clear clear sinuses and such, but that's about as much stock as I put into it, because, you know, I don't really care for it. But to each their own, and if there's actually some good science behind it, then sure, sounds good. Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favorite I can't speak today, apparently. Contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. That's frickin' bullshit and you know it. You can even feel it permeate through your body. This could possibly be okay, but I feel like it works more on, was I informed of this? And if I was informed of it, then it works. If I wasn't informed of it, then no, it doesn't work. I don't know. Possibly a contributing factor, but who knows? I don't put much stock in aromatherapy because it's one of those alternative things that I don't really care for. But I don't know. If it helps, I think it's more of the placebo effect than anything else. But I don't know. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. Ignore that second point. It's almost like magic, because it is magic. I don't know. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, the tiny ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Blah, I can't speak today. I don't know why. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? Don't ask! This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. That's goddamn bullshit. And it might work for some people, but it might not work for others, and I think that it's kinda bull. You feel warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, I say, suspiciously. But you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed than when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Moonin. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's a pretty knife. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? I have every reason to judge. But I have also reasons to withhold those judgments because I appreciate other people. If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. I mean, collect knives, collect buttons, collect spoons. I mean, knives are a bit odder. Not like an otter, but a bit odder. But, eh. As long as that's just collecting knives, then sure, why not? People collect action figures, and spoons, and buttons, and postcards. Yeah. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. You got about sharing. It's, well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife, I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Well, probably the internet or maybe some specialty shops. Not sure. Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Moonin! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. It's also my character's fault for not practicing proper knife safety. You don't... I mean, in the movies you see people test it with fear. I don't know. Kind of a silly decision to just poke random knives with your fingers. Or poke your finger with random knives. Anyways, I should have warned you. Meh. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. It was only a prick, so it'll be fine. Just need a bandage. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Nope! 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 Game, what are you doing? Seriously. At least this is different. First off, personal space. Second of all, don't go... I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. No, not really. Not really at all. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Oh, probably. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'd actually agree. I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? No! Nope! Nope. I've been on the internet too much. I know what that's about. I know what that's about. Yes, you be embarrassed. I think you're overacting. No, you're... She's not. My character's just a bit dense. Or this is just to introduce people who don't actually know about it. Maybe. I don't know. I think that this is quite weird and quite possibly a bit unhealthy. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Moonin! Oh my god. My character's very dense. It's not the... Did you really just do that? Well, if you're gonna be embarrassed, then I should be embarrassed too. It'll be great. Now we're even. Meanwhile, both characters just pause, stare at each other, and just try to figure out where you go from here. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. Because you did. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. And it still is. You're so weird, Moonin. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities, and nobody talks about this ever again. At least for a while. But it's going to be brought up again, because this is a visual novel, and it's going to be brought up again. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-sized glasses. You have separate cups for... like, I've seen that in hotels and such, but I didn't know that was an actual real thing. I don't even know what it's really for. Who knows? I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Are we doing this too? Are we doing this too? I guess we are. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Long sleeve sweater. Yep. No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it will be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. Is Natsuki the most normal out of the bunch? I have to ask. I have to ask. Either that or Monica, but I have a feeling like Monica is hiding a few of her own secrets as well. I'm not gonna go out and say what I think Yuri is hiding, because it's currently private, and I think that I should respect those bounds, but at the same time, I think that some of the viewers probably caught on to what the heck's going on. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah! I don't know what noise that would be. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. I suppose that is nice. Wait. Just for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books, almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? No comment. Is this the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? No! Nope. Seriously. I swear this has probably been used as a thumbnail on one of the videos about this. And honestly, it's a pretty nice picture. It's actually pretty nice. I have to give kudos to the artists who worked on this. And I'll probably put their names up here. And yeah. I have to give kudos to them. Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist send a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. A little lightheaded. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I can finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here than have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping that we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault, Adele. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. Hint, hint. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Moonin. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to as Yuri suddenly pulls back. That's very close. That's very close. Sorry, Yuri. Hi, Moonin. Sorry. Just now we weren't... It's okay, Moonin. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sari beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sari waves goodbye after her. Sari, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about, me? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. That you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Moon? It's supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sorry, don't say that. It's true, Moonin. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sorry. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sari looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Moonin. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sorry? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Moonin, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give to you. Sayori... Why would I say the first option? Why would I say that? I don't think so. I don't know. God damn it. That feels like cheating, isn't it? I played Undertale, and doing that feels like cheating. Like I can reset back to this point and pick the other option. Just to see what happens. Just to play with this. I don't think love is what's here. Or at least for my character. I don't know. And I'm second guessing because I'm questioning whether or not I'd say I love you because I pity her and I want to comfort her and such. Or because of other reason, or of any other reason, but I don't think so. But I also know that seeing that my dearest friend is likely going to be crushing, and I'm worried about that. But at the same time, I shouldn't feel obligated to say it because I'm scared of her committing suicide. Because that feels like a risk right now. And at the same time, I don't want to commit too much. Because I don't think I do. No, it's terrifying. I don't know. I think we'll go with this. Because I don't think that the other one works. I don't think that works. Because... do I? No, I care about her, and I want her to be happy. But I don't think love is the word for it. I don't think it's Eros, romantic love. I think it's just standard love, as for a friend. Because quite honestly, that's what I would want. And it's quite possible that if I had to ask this before I knew that she was depressed, that I'd pick the first option. And I don't know. And that's what I'm scared of. Is that I'm picking it because she would be too much trouble, that it would be too much difficulty to try and do that, and that it would end up with me, with my character, sacrificing everything in order to keep her happy, in order to desperately try and keep her happy, when really nothing of that would work. I don't know. But I don't think I can say love you. I'll always be my dearest friend. When you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Annika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. Because you don't know. You do not know what will make her happy in the end. And yet all you can do is try to support. And that's all you can do. But do not take this overwhelming charge of her. Because that's the last thing that you should do. Because you don't know what you're doing. Realistically, what Sayori needs is not just a friend. She needs somebody who can help her. She needs a mental health professional. That's what she needs. Somebody who actually knows how to deal with depression and how to work through this and how to, if not fix it, then at least help her live with it and have a life that's acceptable for her, that's good for her. And I don't know. I do not think that my character is the thing for this. It isn't. He isn't. This is why I'd advise caution. So much caution when working with this. Don't be foolhardy and think that you know, because you don't. God. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. Things can't be back the way they were. You're an idiot. Things have changed, fundamentally. You have 3 new friends. She has other friends. And things have changed. You cannot put it back. You cannot put it back. The box has been opened. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sorry. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I will fucking worry about it. If not, my character. Because my character apparently doesn't know how to work with it. Doesn't know anything. Then find somebody. Find somebody who can understand and help you. Somebody who can actually help you. Please. Please. Because that's what needs to happen. You need to find somebody who can help you. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here, so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just want it to go back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Moonin. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. She screams. Touching her head with both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning and running off. Sorry. I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. What path is right? But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. And it's fucking not going to happen. You can't go back. What's left is to navigate this new world as best you can. You can't go back. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. And I mean, that is something. At least. That's going to be where we'll call it today. And God. Are there any more slots? Oh, there are. Good. If you know somebody with depression or anything like that, don't just try to go it alone. There are resources out there that can help you. Be a friend to those who are suffering from depression. And just make sure that you care. I can't tell you how exactly to go about it. But I can tell you that it would be difficult. That shouldn't stop you from trying your best. Have a good day.